Yeah, so this is one of the ideas that I had in my mind, how to implement the rest of my gear to control two machines. And yeah, this is kind of like what I came up with. So bear with me, guys. Form factor for this one. All right, this is one of my first keyboards, but I don't think it's gonna work. I kind of like the coloring and everything, so maybe not for this. Let's see. Arturia. Okay, the cool thing about this one, right, is that you have the drum patterns and everything. Oh, crap. But at the same time, you only have 2 sequences, and this one has 4. Okay, so maybe not this one. This one, as you guys can see, it's so dirty. I haven't used it in a long time, but man, this is a great machine, but you do need a computer to use it, right? So maybe not this one. This one, yeah, I don't think this solves any problems. Oh, I think this one's it, guys. I've had this one for a little bit. Now let's plug it in and let's get it all going, right? So hopefully I got it right. Yeah, the output 1, right? So this one actually is going to send MIDI to this one, and this one's going to send Dixie chain MIDI to this one. So I think it should work. You can program this however you want. Let's talk Digitone, right? So what do I need from the Digitone? What I usually use is going to be the main thing that I'm going to focus on. So the ability to sequence something right off the bat is going to be 1, the sequencer. So I'm going to use the 4 sequencers in the launch pad, obviously the volume and the filter. And then the other ones that I use a lot is going to be chorus, delay, reverb. The other thing would be kind of like a piano, right? To play. Yeah. So what do I need from the Digitakt, right? Drum pads, right? Drum pads, mute, patterns. And that's pretty much it for the first part of the Digitakt. So this is going to be the simple one. One thing that I love about the Digitakt is that you can choose different samples and then put them in there, right? Sample, page, delay, and reverb. Let's open up the computer. Let's deconstruct kind of the idea, right? This is a great page, Midi user camp, and then you have the basics regarding CC. So let me program this so you guys don't waste your time on me, and then I can show you kind of what I did. All right, so now let me break it down to you guys, kind of what I did, right? Going based on this, the Digitone sequencer. The sequencer is actually going to come from here. I have it set up here in my channels, right? MIDI channels, MIDI config, MIDI channels is going to start from 12, 13, 14, 15, because this one goes from 1 through 8, and then I'll show you kind of the other idea that I have, right? I'm going to go over here, shift, and then I move it out. This is going to be 12, 13, 14, 15, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then purple, green. So now if I go into the sequencer, right, for sequence 1, cool. Then let's go over here, channel 2, channel 3. You don't have to, channel 4. So the 4 sequences are going to be ran through here, which is pretty great, right? So you guys are going to see here, right? We're going to mute this, right? This is the mute button right up here. Then we're going to have the volume, right? So let's, if you guys check over here, the level, boom, that's the volume. So we can change the volume. Then right over here, we're going to go into filter, right? And we're going to drop the filter. As you guys can see, it's moving. Then we're going to do the resonance here. And then if I play it, so you can change the sounds right away. And then delays, you can see it here, and then reverb. So you can control each one of the voices. So the one thing that I did is I just duplicated that for each one of the tracks. So the first 4 are going to be directly tied to the Digitone. Next part, right? Digitakt. So the other one that I created just now, each one of this is going to change the sequence, right? So let me jump in here. Let's play. This is a sequence. So right now, that is going to be all changed, right? If I go back, you guys can see here that is changing, the different patterns to 13. Then it's going to be changing to 12, right? So, and then number 1, So you can generate different patterns, just jam right away, right? So you can move them around. Right, let's stop the sequence there. So the other thing that I had in mind, right, it was volume. So this is gonna be like your mute button. The other thing that I had in mind, right, it was drum pad. So then sample page. So this one was really strenuous in the process of building, right? Because like I needed to like figure out, okay, what do I need? What sounds I'm gonna be using? So I don't need more than 4 kicks, right? I don't need more than 4 snares or claps. But then when it gets to be a little bit like more spicy, it comes down to like synth sounds, right? Like this is, you know, the kick that I have set up, right? Kick 1, kick 2, kick 3, kick 4, right? So like depending on the pattern that I'm using, I can always change that up to like give it a little bit more of like spice to the track, right? Then let's go to like the claps and snares. So, you know, depending on the pattern, again, I can like switch those up. Now we're gonna go here, right? This one's pretty intense because you have to go and pick the right sounds for it, right? So let's go over here. So like it doesn't matter the pattern that you have going on, right? So like if I play right now and I hit play here, you know, in the project, then I can go over here and just change the sound route. And just be adding sounds and layering things until I find something that actually works, right? Going back to like the color scheme, right? So the first 4 are gonna be kicks, the other ones are gonna be snares, the other ones are gonna be like synth sounds, the other 2 are gonna be percussive sounds. This row right here is gonna be more like hats or like close hi-hats. Then we have the open hi-hats, and then I have some other like percussive sounds that I added to the top, right? So then we go into like the last 2 pages, right, for the Digitakt. So the first one is gonna be delay, right? So if I click delay here, and you guys are gonna see, now it helps me right over here to detect, okay, how much delay am I adding to things, right? So if I go over here, and then the last page that I decided to create obviously was reverb, because that is something that I play around with a lot. So hopefully this was helpful to you guys. I mean, in my head, it just makes it a little bit easier because I can just start jamming like right away, turning things on, changing patterns and whatnot. But the files for this, I'm gonna set a link down below so you can go and get your files if you wanna like test this out. And if you have some other ways of using the launchpad with the Digitone and the Digitakt, please just let me know. All right, guys, have a good rest of your day. Peace.